Good morning, everyone, and thank you for Premier for giving me the opportunity to be here. I am Carmen Gimeno. I am project coordinator at Interpreta Natura, and I will speak about today about our multi-actor proposal preparation and the process. So first of all, I would like to briefly introduce our organization. We are a non-profit organization based in Valencia, Spain, dedicated to conserving natural and cultural heritage. We promote biodiversity, rural development, agroecology, and forestry bioeconomy, mainly working through education, training, and community engagement. And we foster rural sustainability, green skills, and environmental responsibility, especially among youth. Regarding our experience in multi-actor proposals, since our very beginning, we work in multi-actor projects, but mainly at regional level, collaborating with schools, universities, with other non-profit organizations, and with local councils and the farming community. And this year, we have become newcomers in Horizon Europe by participating in a multi-actor approach project proposal. So now I would like to talk about our process and start with the main challenges we have faced. First of all, it was understanding the multi-actor approach within Horizon Europe, because we were already working in a multi-actor way, but we didn't know how to translate these methods to the language and structure of the Horizon proposal. So we had very little time to understand the specific requirements, and we had to read and study hard to understand them. Moreover, it was finding an experienced and well-balanced consortium, because what we found was there were other organizations that, like us, had experience in multi-actor projects, but didn't have that much experience in Horizon. And in the other hand, we found organizations or potential partners that had experience in Horizon, but didn't have that much experience in multi-actor approach. But in the end, when we achieved this consortium, it was very useful because we all learned from each other. And finally, it was balancing our investment of time and resources, because multi-actor processes require a lot of time by talking to stakeholders, aligning the interests, and ensuring everyone feels represented. So it was a real challenge to guarantee there was a meaningful participation of everyone without overstretching the resources. So given these challenges, how did we manage to coordinate with the different stakeholders? Well, we found very useful the snowball effect, initially engaging with few actors that progressively were attracting others and making them get involved. It was also very important to build this trust that has been mentioned before, and establishing long-term relationships that were useful for these projects, but also for future collaborations, and you don't have to start from zero every time. Also collaborating across different projects. For example, in this process, we invited our project coordinator to participate in other activities we were having in our own projects, and this helps share knowledge and also build this trust. Using participatory methodologies like workshops or co-creation sessions and focus group that help integrate all the perspectives and co-design these solutions from the beginning. And finally, regular communication, maintaining the close contact with the stakeholders during the process, but also after the process. Unfortunately, we were not alone because we had the support of the Premier project. We were one of the organizations that were selected in the seed funding initiative, and we had financial support, but also the opportunity to participate in training sessions and capacity building, which were very useful for us to understand all this new Horizon ecosystem for us. And also we could network and collaborate with others that were or in our same position or that were partners who were more experienced, and in another way, it would have been difficult to reach to them. Some of the tools we found more useful were the pathway cartoons that we used to reflect on our role in the process and to better understand how to position ourselves and how these kind of projects evolve. The organization profile sheet that Premier encouraged us to create, which is a document that explains very clearly who we are, what we offer, and what we are looking for. And this helped us communicate externally, but also clarify our internal vision. And finally, participating in the online and in-person brokerage events where we could meet potential partners and were essential. For example, in the brokerage event in Prague, it was the place where we finally found a consortium. And to end up talking about our experience, I would like to give some recommendations or lessons learned. The first of all is start early or as soon as possible, because this can give you time to adapt to the pace of multi-actor process. Listen to all actors, because each stakeholder brings valuable knowledge that will be key for the project success. Balance different levels of experience and make the less experienced ones feel that they can also contribute. Adapt to local realities, because proposals must be flexible enough to fit different contexts, and this will make stakeholders find this project useful for them. Invest in trust building, because it is what will make the collaboration solid and will help success the project. And finally, see diversity as a strength. So thank you very much for your attention, and I'll be happy to answer any questions later.